and welcome to Unleashing Your Week. My name is Babsi Shilubani. To love something is to find it desirable. To respect something is to find it valuable. I read this statement in one book that I was reading. I haven't been so fortunate with love. I will put it like that I haven't been so fortunate. I've had a lot of failed relationships. And I've tried. They have tried. I don't blame myself. It just didn't work out for whatever various reasons. And that for me has been evident when I read in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4. It says, love is patient and love is kind. Love does not envy or boast. Love is not arrogant. In my first relationship, I was still young and I didn't know much. And in me not knowing much, I didn't even understand what love is. But it was in that time when I had the most unfortunate, I went through a most unfortunate experience whereby I was sexually violated and raped by a man that I thought he loves me. And I knew that I love him as well, in as much as I didn't have a greater understanding of what love is. So with what happened, I got to understand later on that he did not love me because he was not patient. I remember when we had just met, we said to each other that we're gonna get married, when we start working, we're gonna go overseas and work there. And it was just a fairy tale that we had spoken about, which never materialized. And at that time where we had spoken and agreed that we're not going to have sex until we get married, because both of us were Christians and we had beliefs that we have to wait until you are married. And I remember we saying, our first night when we get married, it's going to be so amazing. We had everything planned out and we had a long time to go, like in terms of years, and that required both of us to be patient. Well, unfortunately, he didn't keep his end of our agreement. He became so impatient. He was not kind. And hence, he chose and made a decision that he's going to violate me. And of course, that made me question a lot of things. What is love? How does love look like? How does it feel like? How am I even supposed to love? The confusion was just so much, until I found myself understanding this scripture that we just read, that love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy or it doesn't boast, and it's not arrogant. That was enough for me to can say that he never loved me. I know he tried to explain to me that, no, I love you, I don't know what got to me. And there was just so many things. There were so many stories. But I made the conclusion that he never loved me because he was not patient. He was not kind. Perhaps even you, my dear friend or my sister, you're going through a lot of mixed emotions and trying to understand, are you in love? Do you feel loved? Are you loving someone? Let this scripture be your measure. Are you patient with that person? Are you kind to them? It's not a measure that is measured by the standards of society. It is measured by God himself. And in that, you are able to can give it all and say, I've given what God expects of me. I didn't plan for the relationship to end. It ended because of circumstances. I continued with other relationships. Most of them, they failed. Hence, even now, I'm still single. But I'm still going to love because love is within me. I never stop loving. So perhaps you're sitting there, you're a single parent, and you're saying, I've got 3 kids with different fathers. It doesn't mean that you are worse, or it doesn't mean you have a problem. It's a sign that you have loved and that love did not last, or it did not give what you expected. So don't be hard on yourself. You could be a father to various children with different women. It's not your fault. It's just that the love that you thought you wanted, it didn't happen. And it's not the end of the world. We keep on loving because it is a requirement that we need to love endlessly because God is love himself. Stay blessed and continue loving.